Hello, and welcome to Year of the Vampire. This week, we Year of the Vampire. This week, we watched Shadow of the Vampire.
Since we watched Nosferatu as the remake as our first film of this year, does this really count? I know it's not a Nosferatu remake or sequel, but it's about the filming of Nosferatu, so...
I'd say it works.
I was kind of iffy on whether or not we should have actually done this.
I'm kind of glad we watched it, though.
But yeah, plot's really simple. It's just the literal filming of the movie Nosferatu, but Max Schreck, the actor who played Count Orlok, is an actual vampire and is feeding on the cast and crew.
Yes.
And Willem Dafoe plays Orlok. So, he's going to get a lot of... he's going to ham it up on camera a little bit.
Crazy expressions.
Yes. But yeah, not much to say about the plot. The plot is simple, but actually kind of interesting. Acting, what'd you think of that?
It was pretty good. Convincing, a little goofy and over the top on some parts.
Yeah, Defoe's acting, again, was... I mean, you got to expect... It's like watching Nicolas Cage in a movie. Like, you have to expect... or know what you're getting into.
He actually worked on this movie.
Are you sure it was actually him and not somebody named with the same name?
I'm pretty sure it's actually Nicolas Cage.
I mean, it said Nicolas Cage,
he
but...
didn't act in it, but
I know, but...
produced it or something?
Maybe we should look into that, and I'll just throw it up on the screen. I do that sometimes with these videos, too.
Yes, a hippo fact.
Sound and music. I don't remember a lot of the music. Was there even really music in this one?
I think they just used a minimally more like a atmosphere. A lot of the sounds was like set sounds.
Yeah, and...
especially the camera. The loud clicking of the...
and the director explaining what people should be doing in the scene, because, this was a silent film, so you couldn't actually hear the director just continually talking while it was being filmed.
Well, basically just describing the scene while he's recording it.
Yeah, I mean...
it makes sense, though.
Films weren't like super, super big in the 20s, so I feel like actors a lot of time were just given constant direction. Plus, since it was a silent film, I guess that kind of works with over-the-top exaggeration, because that's how they did do it in those films as well. But Dafoe also did it when they weren't filming the film, too.
I mean, yeah, he was a...
He was a vampire. Everybody knows vampires are factually just very expressive beings. Cinematography. I thought there were some interesting shots. I like all the silhouette work they did with Dafoe as the Shrek character.
Yeah.
Like, because they did stuff like that in the original film too, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of the shots were very similar to that. I know.
Yeah, they did shots in this actual movie that were callbacks to the movie that they were supposed to be filming, which was actually kind of neat.
I know there was when I looked into the movie slightly, they did actually use a few clips from the original movie, and they blended it for the scenes that when they were actually shooting it.
Yeah, but a lot of the scenes they actually did reshoot it,
and they did it basically shot for shot, which is really well done.
Yeah, I appreciated that. Oh my gosh, what I like the when they occasionally cut to focus on Dafoe and just kind of him just like hamming it up for the camera a little. Not really hamming it up, I guess, but him just doing his best like sinister vampire kind of thing.
Yeah, he was that like the whole time.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Special effects. There weren't a ton of special... well, okay, that's not true. There was actually a ton of special effects.
I was about to say there was like a lot of filters, and I'm not sure if they used an older camera. Obviously, it was still shot in like HD despite being in the early 2000s.
It was 2000.
A widescreen, but
yeah.
Anyways,
obviously the most obvious thing is Willem Dafoe's makeup, because he was in the Orlok makeup the entire time, even though it wasn't supposed to be makeup. Obviously, he was just supposed to look like that.
Yeah, that's why the director got upset that one of the makeup people was trying to add makeup to him.
Yeah, they'd find out that he wasn't actually wearing makeup and that his weird pointy vampire ears were real.
There was very minimal amount of blood. Not a complaint in this one.
Yeah, there was some, but
it wasn't.
They're filming a movie, so
yeah. So,
but I guess he is also feeding on them. But it's not like supposed to be a kind of gross out like gore kind of movie either. So,
though as far as it goes, I do kind of like a lot of the shots it did. Obviously, it's supposed to be like the 1920s, and you get the.
Are they still shooting off fireworks? It's 10 at night.
Yeah, they're shooting off fireworks. That threw me off for a moment.
They were doing that like an hour ago.
I forgot to mention earlier, but I do like a lot of the shots where they're obviously like out in the more foresty areas.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also have many actual just sets they built up that you can see them working on, because it's obviously recreation of them shooting the movie.
Orlick didn't like doing the shots outside.
No, he really
or on the boat apparently.
I like the fact that they actually built a boat for him, so he didn't have to go in water.
Oh yeah,
the vampire. That's an actual vampire thing, by the way.
Well, yeah, I know they can't cross moving water anyway. Yeah,
so they just shot the scenes on land, and then when they went somewhere else, he had to take a freaking plane.
Had to take one of those weird like early 1900s planes.
I love those dual wing planes, but I don't think I'd ever want to fly in one. Anyways,
yeah, we didn't have a ton to say about this movie. Despite the odd premise, it actually kind of follows the plot where it's actually kind of a simple movie. Like, a lot of the movie is just the characters, the cast and crew interacting.
Yeah, like, it's simple, but it was also kind of unique, despite the fact that it was just recreating.
Would you call it a slow burn?
It did feel slower. It's only 95 minutes, which isn't long.
Wait, going back to special effects, when they ended up killing him at the end, spoiler alert for a 25-year-old movie, by the way, that was a really weird effect they used. Like how they kind of like did the color inversion.
Oh, that part, yeah, that did get a little.
They
weird.
Didn't actually show him like die, did they? They just did the weird color inversion, and then they just
a negative effect.
Yeah, and then I think you just don't see him again.
Yeah, and then I'm not even gonna go to the very end, because that's still sort of a twist. It's weird. It is a very weird ending, but it works.
Yeah, it was a strange ending to a strange movie, but overall I liked it. It wasn't my favorite movie that we've seen so far, but
still fun.
Yeah, still better. I think we'd both recommend it.